What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo, and welcome back to my channel. It's Yimbo Reviews Everything, and this is my Sunday night podcast where we can talk about life and toys. It is my Sunday night show. Hello, everyone. Already got a couple friends in the house. What's going on? Wade Create, how you doing, brother? And Copper State Bricks, my man Wyatt, how you doing? So thank you guys for joining this evening. And I'll be sure to shout out our other friends as they pop in tonight. Speaking of friends, I may or may not be joined by some other fellow toy photographers in the community this evening. We'll have to see. I sent the link out to some people, or you might get stuck with me, but hopefully that's not a bad thing either. So yeah, we're going to dive right in. I have stories to tell. I wrote my notes down for this evening. So to start things off, number one, I'm going to jump to this one. McFarlane, my Batmobile arrived. So I did order and was able to order the new matte finish with the 89 Keaton Batman. So as you guys know, I'm a huge Keaton Batman fan. So yes, I have the other Flash Batmobile, but that will hopefully end up in the hands of my buddy Dan, my neighbor, the Captain 1134. So hopefully he'll end up taking that one. If not, I'll list it on eBay. But yeah, I have the other McFarlane set that arrived maybe yesterday, but I haven't touched it yet. I haven't touched it. I want to touch it. I just haven't because of space. I'm still dealing with my spatial issues, but I will. All right, but I just want to quickly mention that I got that in. I am excited. I am very excited about it. I still think the first one looked good. I think, obviously that gray canopy wasn't great, but I really liked it. If that was my only one, like I threw out the box when I cracked it up. I was like, I don't care. This is it. This is my Batmobile. If I go to matte, spray paint it, I'll do it. If not, whatever, is my Batmobile. But then he released that one and I couldn't help myself. So I have two Batmobiles currently, but the matte one I'm very excited about. I'll get to it. But anyway, so today I went on a toy hunt. We also got, real quick, TJ Williams. Hello, TJ. And Ed McKinney, what's going on, dude? By the way, Ed McKinney, I want you to take a look at the banner right now. Before I get into my storytelling, this is like, this is Happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. For the record, Happy Labor Day. I wasn't sure how crazy I was going to get, or if it was just going to be kind of, doing the talking and showing the toys. I do have so many different ideas upcoming for, different segments and things for future streams. So I'm definitely excited about that. But today we're just going to be chilling, doing our usual. So, and McKinney, what I want to do, one little ad I did do is I put in the banner, and I'm going to hopefully make this a thing. This is the whole thing is just making this a routine, right? I want to have like a question of the show again, and McKinney. And I still want McKinney's questions to come into, but I thought that it would be a little fun thing. It could just be, whenever you notice it, if you're listening to the show, you're just hanging out, and you happen to catch, oh yeah, that's right, the question of the day, then let us know and we'll address it. But yeah, so I want to know, what can the MCU do to fix their current product? That could just be like our themed question throughout the show. The reason I'm asking is because, I keep referencing my neighbor Dan, but the captain and I, went on our toy hunt today. We went to Pandora's Box in Lafayette, New Jersey. So real quick, just to shout them out, there is their Instagram. So Pandora's Box Toys and Collectibles. So there you go. The store is loaded. These are the two owners. So is it DJ and Eric? So it is just a massive, just so many toys, just toys everywhere. Awesome stuff everywhere. It's great. So we went up there to actually try and like move some merch to get some, they sell loose figures that we're always hunting through. So we brought some stuff. I ended up getting to move a few toys out. And that worked out really well because I ended up basically, I got a little bit of casual, but got some toys out of the house. That was the big one. That was the big thing. I had 7 toys that I ended up like kind of trading. And there were ones that I was never going to open or, take pictures of or play with. So I'm just happy now. I had previously spent that money. The money was spent and now it's gone. Those figures are gone. And I'm super pumped because they had Cosmic Legions, baby. They had the whole first wave. So this was somebody that Four Horsemen had sold out of during ChrisCon. So it's Oleg Thigar. They had both versions. So the other one was like the shirtless, and I know plastic meat. I know. But Oleg Thigar, the grave ring. So they had both versions. I went with this version because I really liked the armor and the colors. So I'm super pumped because I was down to just slog for a future Cosmic Coffee. I don't know what we called it. I don't even know anymore. But just so you are aware that after tonight's stream, as you're looking for maybe something to listen to on your ride to work tomorrow, that my friends, the Toy Daddies and the Sentinels, got together with 1/6-shooter with Trevor and did some Cosmics and Coffee. So they did. That was part 2. It's basically it's all of us picking at the brain of Trevor to like fill us in on this lore, these characters, improvements to these figures, to the Mythic line. Oh, speaking of, hey, there you go. How are you? How you doing, Trevor? Sir Trevor, of course. Sir Trevor, 1-shooter. I am not having coffee, but check this out. So, Trevor, you've always been an inspiration in the merch department, and then the Cosmics and Coffee. So this inspired this purchase as well. But I was ordering some stuff for my wife for her birthday, and of course, that I was like, I'm gonna get something for me. So I made myself a coffee mug. It's 25. It holds 25 ounces. So this is water tonight because I do have to go to sleep at some point. But there's the It All Figures comic that he drew of me, which I love so much. There's a logo, my new logo that my wife had put together for me. And then this was actually like, this is this face that I originally drew for myself. And then I had added the Spidey to it. So anyway. I literally bought the biggest one that they had. It wasn't even because it was supposed to be for coffee. I was looking at their mugs and tumblers and all sorts of stuff. I went with, because you guys know I drink water throughout the entire stream, and I wanted the biggest cup, and that was the 25 ounces. So there you go. Thank you, Trev. Yeah, that's coffee. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, you got 6 people watching the room. There we go. Shout out to Beach Haven West. That's my brother-in-law, Mike. Thanks so much, brother. Miss you guys this weekend. I know I wanted to be down at the shore. Ugh. But work is calling, man. Work is calling, as you know. I don't know what to tell you. And there's another fellow teacher starting up this week on Tuesday along with me. Not together, but like in spirit. What's going on? Clint Tassik's in the house. How you doing, Clint? And yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, Kurt is well aware of Pandora's Box. There we go. What's going on, Ultron Unplugged? How are you? There's my man Brad. What's up, task at hand? Did your school start yet? We're starting on Tuesday. Face purple crying. Me too. I have Tuesday, Wednesday staff in service days, and then kids Thursday and Friday. So it's just gonna have to, it took a couple of weeks to shake off professional Yimbo to go into summer mode, and now I have to get into professional mode in a lot less time. But I will. It's like I said, year 20 for me. What's going on, Roman Toys? There's my man Frank. How you doing, brother? So we're Pandora's Box. So once again, going back to this story. So there's Pandora's Box, awesome store, awesome collectible shop. So we went up there to try and move some stuff. I packed up. I have 14 MCU figures now, like in little sandwich bags with their accessories. So that's good because, I'm going to list a lot, whatever. So anyway, Pandora's Box, awesome. Super excited about my Cosmic, my new, my Thigar. And they had other ones. Like now I know I can just go over there. I can go to Chubsy. Like I know where I can get my fix now for Cosmic. All right. So there's that. So now we have second camera going. There we go. There's second camera. Because we have some stuff to talk about. We have toys. Of course, we have some toys. So this is the initial pre-show. Let's show everything off that we'll be hitting on this evening. And again, we might get some surprises tonight. We might. If not, that's all right. It'll just be us. And I'll get to hang out for, I'll do a couple hours. Let's see. Because, I love doing 3-hour streams. It is fun for me. But I probably should get back in that habit of keeping that. We're going to get through the toys. We get through whatever it is. We get through what we get through. Oh, Kurt, that's right. You're another fellow LBI boy. Grew up spending summers on Morris Boulevard. Loved it all. Yeah, buddy. Oh, dude. Yeah, that's right, Kurt. We need to catch up on the whole Beach Haven West thing. So yeah. Yeah, got to get that tree. Okay, so here we go. Thank you, Brad, for keeping me on task. Okay, because you're the task at hand. Get it? All right. So 88 Figs. I'm going to shout out Ozzy because he's the one that is usually so on top of checking the Target, like, discount section when you first walk in. I don't want to call it the dollar section because it's not, but basically that's kind of the vibe. But, right when you walk in, and they are always having golds. Like they had those hexagon stands, and now they have some, themed stuff. So this, just show you the height. There's the height of it. It's tall. Now it does have this goofy base, but I'm going to try to either work around this or just dismantle it. But that tree, like I said, from Target, holiday tree. Oops, sorry, there we go. $5. $5. So there you go. This works really, really well with our photography. It scales well. And then you can do a lot of this type of stuff too. So you don't have to worry about this. Like I'm going to probably be using it more like forced perspective, creating some depth, putting some stuff in the foreground. So that's how I plan on using this. So for $5, I only bought one. If I have, next trip, if they have more, might grab a second just so I can do some frame within a frame. But yeah, there you go. Toy photography tip. There you go. So there's that one. And then Trevor says those trees are great for branches. For larger tree trunks, that's a really good point too. That is a really good point. Let's see. It doesn't just come. Oh, wait. It does come right apart. Okay. All right. So that's what that looks like inside the base. So you could actually jam that into a larger tree. Oh, you're right, Trev. That could definitely work if you're making trees. Oh, that's a good call. And then the fact that that just spikes down in there, that'll be good too, to get rid of this for your dioramas, but still be able to insert that into something. All right. I like that. Good call. Good call. Oh, of course he did. He picked these up the other day. Let's see. I'm getting some Jack Skellington vibes with that tree. That's for sure. I mean, trust me, we're already officially, even though it's only September 3rd, we are in spooky season. That's what the internet has declared. So yeah, and Target, obviously, we are officially in spooky season. So there you go, Halloween tree, $5 purchase, everybody, and well worth it. It's got a nice feel to it. Like it is definitely like plastic rubber. It's a toy, but it looks good. It's got some nice texturing on it. Some nice detail. Some nice detail. And yeah, just nice. It's just a nice spooky looking tree. There it is. There for scale comparison. There you go. All right. So that was the first one. Okay. Ooh, and the bases are good street planters. Now you're thinking, Trev. There we go. Let's see. Or Ahsoka or Grogu. There you go. Yeah, true. Oh, that's another good point. Man, I got to catch up. Speaking of a little side rant, not rant, but yeah, I got to catch up on Ahsoka. I only started watching the first episode, but I missed Rebels. So I know I need to watch Rebels. But I haven't had that pull. I will watch Ahsoka. I will watch it. I just haven't yet. And is Grogu in it? I just want Grogu. I'm the worst. See, I'm the worst. Star Wars fans don't want me anywhere near their Star Wars property because this is why they just give us Grogu's. That's my fault. It's my fault. All right, where are we going next, everybody? So I had my notes for Pandora's Box. So that hunt was fun. It was a lot of fun. I love getting to hang out with Dan. Like just toy hunting in general is a blast. So that was a lot of fun. Let's see. So then the Cosmic Coffee. So the NECA. So we'll go into NECA now. We'll do NECA. That's what I wrote down initially. Just to remind you, like I was saying, Wednesdays, as I knock everything over. This past Wednesday on the TPC Top 10, we actually did a whole combined joint show with Between Two Sentinels with Machu Toy and J-Shot. So that was epic. And we had ourselves, there we go, move these guys around, a good time discussing the top 10. And then I unboxed these figures on the show. So I wish, of course, now as I'm like sitting here, I'm like, oh, I should have grabbed the Mirage Casey. I've covered Mirage Casey on the stream before. I really like it. I like all of the Mirage stuff basically at this point. So I bought the Mirage Casey when I could never find this set. I was never going to find it. It was gone, missing, whatever. Eventually, not that long, within the last 3 to 4 months, a surplus of stock came online. And then I've seen this set now in stores a million times too. So I was sitting on it. I was sitting on the set because, like I said, I really like the Mirage Casey. And finally, again, during this whole self-realization of how many NECA cartoon turtles I have, I was just like, all right, I should just get the Toon Casey too. Why not? Just do it. So there's the box. So there it is. That's the set that it came from. And yeah, man, I dig it. Number one, like Casey, I'm not going to do a deep dive because like, you know what you're getting with articulation wise. He's not in the newer NECA sense. So while I haven't hit him with heat, he could use a little bit of heat here and there, but nothing crazy. But I really love his proportions. Like that head, the oversized head looks great. I like the changes to the shirt. Like, yes, it's still midriff, but it's different enough. The shoes are different. Like, it is an entirely different Casey Jones. So I'm definitely pumped to have him. I also really like the weapons that he comes with. He's got the sledgehammer, just the plain old white hockey stick, goalie stick, and like obviously the handles on the Toon stuff get way more of the detail. And then like baseball bat for sure, which makes me happy as a baseball fan. And then I guess just like steel pipe or another type of bat. Like, but yeah, so he comes with that's a really nice amount of weapons too that he comes with. He also then has a ton of different hands. So I'm not going to get into all of them. But again, they gave us some nice amount. There's the nice little thumbs up. So they gave us the hands there. But here's the guy that blew me away. So Casey's great. Casey, though, wasn't the main pull. Once I got that Mirage one, Casey was no longer the pull for me. It became this foot soldier. And like, there's no other way outside of just like, if you haven't held it in your hands, like this guy is only held up by this one red tube. Like that's it. And I'm afraid to like move it around, but look, like that's all that's holding him up. It's nuts. And he can turn. Like he does get some torso rotation with that one little tube. Now, I am nervous that I'm going to eventually break it, which really wouldn't be the end of the world because he's a broken foot soldier. But yeah, I am getting a little bit of like stress marks on at the upper and bottom part of the tube. But man, like he stands. It's so great. And he didn't come with as much, but I have so many NECA like weapons and accessories now that's okay. He did come with a Krang. Is that Krang or that Shredder? Oh, that's Bebop. No, that's Rocksteady. That Rocksteady. In that communicator, that's neat. I actually haven't. I didn't even bother looking. And then it's just a couple of, I have these NECA cartoon guns that I never use with anything. But another blaster, a couple ninja stars. Again, I never use these ninja stars. There's so many of them. But yeah, great set. Very happy to have it. But this foot soldier, I'm very, very excited about. I now have. So I have I don't have everybody in arm's reach, but I have 2 of these foot soldiers now because I'm going to count. Obviously, he's broken, but I still count him as 2. So there's 2 of those. I have 3 of these. I wish the feet stood a little bit better, but I have 3 of those. I have a Sinja. I'm going to get the 2 that are still out there, the white Sinja And then there's from the Last Ronin, that other like really gnarly looking foot soldier. So my collection of foot soldiers is again out of nowhere totally expanding on me. But I love this guy. I can't get over it. It's so nice. It's so nice. How freaking cool. It's just nice when a toy catches you off guard. Like, and I knew it. Like, I knew opening this up. I'm like, I was told, like, yeah, it's just that one tube. I think Chewy told me that. But excellent. So awesome. All right. What's going on, Cal? The collector's in the house. What's going on, Cal? How you doing, brother? Wait, if you got the abs, drift the mid full set. That's fair. That is fair. Again, you're not seeing me send any shirtless pictures on the internet, so I hear what you're saying. And there you go. 1 week to kick off. Parsons sounds ready. There you go. All right, so there's my NECA 2-pack. And I still have other NECA sets to eventually get through as well. I feel like every night I come down here and I haven't been having like creative ideas. I did finally take 2 toy pictures this week. Yeah, we'll take a little toy pause. So I took 2 toy. It's still toy conversations. You know what I'm saying. All right, so let me get to here. Here we go. All right, so not to go into the whole thing, but here we go. Oops. I'm trying to swap these. No, it's not going to let me swap it. Can I do this? Oh, I can do that. Okay. So, you know, again, if you've been listening to me at any point in the last year, you've heard me talk about Ryan, Tuscan Traders. He was literally my best toy friend in my toy photography journey for so long. So his anniversary of his passing just happened, and this was a shot. It was one that I've always loved from him. And I don't know, just as my way of giving, showing, my tribute, my memorial to him for this year was to do my own takes of this scene. So this was for me. So I did take some pictures this week. So it's based off of this one. I ended up doing all of these. So actually, this is the order I took them. And I did the one hand on the cheek. And then I was like, oh, I really like that one too. And then I was like, oh, be funny, the boop. So I would like to think that Ryan was chuckling along with all of those options. But I took that this week. And then the other thing that I did was getting ready for a collab with Sully, Not a Bird, Not a Plane photography of Behind the Plastic. So he suggested Constantine. So right over here, I did my first, like, I don't want to call it elaborate, but it was, accessories, and so it was more than just lighting and a figure, so that's what I mean by elaborate. So I did my first like real toy set, because the Deadpool and Spidey was pretty simple. It was right back here, simple in terms of execution. But this other one was a little bit more of a pain, getting the accessories just right. So we'll have a Constantine collab coming up. I just have to transfer those pictures over. Oh, we got some more friends in the house. What's going on, Matt? How you doing? Collectible fun. How are you, brother? And there's Marco, Rabbits Den Collectibles. What's going on, my friends? And yeah, man, hey, that's all this is, right? At the end of the day, this is why I always try to I strip egos aside, strip my ego aside. Like at the end of the day, that's what keeps the smile on my face, is just being thankful for each day, saying thank you at the end of each day, just being appreciative. I know I've thrown that out there before, but like that was Ryan's last gift to me, and I like to be able to dwell on it, but I like to mention that that's what helps me stay positive and stay happy. Because that's what it is. We're alive at the end of the day. It's a miracle that I'm here, that you're watching me, that basically, I think about this all the time. I've said this to my class of students before. I'm like, do you realize that for all of us, like what it took for us to be in this room together at that moment, like it's the odds to get there, like looking back at ancestries and like just the paths our generations of family had to get to for that moment. I know it's astonishing. Neil deGrasse Tyson also is one of those like celebrating life type people. And, I listen to a lot of his when he talks about that type of stuff. So anyway, Yes, it is very nice, Cal. Thank you for that. But it's just, it's something that I like to see that for all of us. Just again, being appreciative for each other. But that's what helps. Again, the smile. It keeps the smile. Um, but Wade, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you, Kurt. Just like to share what works for me. That's all. But yeah, so I did I was excited about taking some toy pictures. Got back into like making some reels again too. Because I was just on that little like ebbs and flows, like I was on my little downward, just needed that mental recharge. And now again, for educators, September 1st or Labor Day is like our New Year's resolution. Like that's where we get to, all right, my wife and I like try to we're gonna do things this way now. We're gonna structure it this way. It's like a perfect reset point for our lives. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. All right, so there was that. So the NECA Casey Jones stuff. Let's do some Marvel Legends. All right, I'm gonna do one that I really like the looks of, but man, otherwise I am just disappointed by him. But it's one of those, and I think that Hasbro probably knew it, because my attitude is like, yeah, but then at the end of the day, I like that I have them, and they were like, yeah, see, that's why we didn't put any more effort into this, because they knew they had us, or at least they had people like me. So here we go. Second camera activate. Boom. Swap that around. There we go. So Commander Rogers. I was really excited for this figure, and I still am. But I'm bummed because I feel like I ended up buying this toy for the holographic shield. Like that's what I feel like. Now, let me go through. Let me go through it. All right. So this is now such an outdated book, and that's kind of where I'm going to start and end with this. The fact that this toy is on the old Legend, so there's no lower ab whatsoever. You do get the turn. You do get decent, the normal standard Legends crunch. No shoulder, right? Butterfly. Am I crazy? No, it doesn't look like any kind of shoulder butterfly joint. So you're not getting really great articulation, at least from current stuff. Like, the Vulcan book's been out for a while now. And then there's no extra hands. So you just got those two fists, and then that's the head. And again, going back to my buddy Dan, like he pointed out that the anniversary cap unmasked head looks a lot better, and it does. Better haircut. Although this one, I guess, is maybe meant to be an angrier version of Steve, but I don't know. Those are the negatives. Now, positive wise, I bought this figure for retail, so I want to like the things that I buy, right? So ultimately, the shield is awesome. The shield is really great. The costume itself rocks. And that's why I'm not that mad about it, because this is a really beautiful figure, and you can get him moving, just not to the extent that I would like, but you can get him moving. And again, it is Cap and not Spidey. I really like these harnesses that come down. These are loose additions, but the harnesses that come down. So at the end of the day, I'm happy I have him. But I do think that they took a lot of shortcuts in terms of articulation and definitely accessories. Again, that's all you end up getting. This is it. This is what was in the box. That was him. Toy Chase is in the house. What's going on, Toy Chase? How you doing, brother? Cody, thank you for the reminder. I always forget. You guys know this. If you can hit that like button, if you're chatting along live right now, take a quick second, hit that like button for me. Helps the show out, yada, 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 all that good stuff. And if you're watching the replay, thank you very much. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe, notification, all those fun things, everybody. All right, the select guy's in the house. I'm still on the fence for that one. I don't mind pins and all, just don't feel that face. And that was the other piece, the pin. Yeah, back to pins. Yeah, the face is rough. So I haven't opened my anniversary cap, but I think I'm going to now, because now I have the ultimate cap. I'll have that anniversary cap, and I'll have this one. Between all of those, you can make some really rad versions of Steve. So I think I am going to ultimately finally get around to opening that comic anniversary one up. Yeah, so like it's a cool one to have. If you like the costume design, great. Just know going into it that like you're dealing with an old buck, pins, and like a head sculpt that has been done better in the past, you know? Now, quick thing while I'm on Legends, be on the lookout, because this is what I'm talking about. This is why Vulcan was on my mind, because again, Vulcan's been out for a while now, and I remember almost buying this guy so many times at retail just to play with the new Hasbro Legends buck. You know, like the Vulcan buck. Like, I gotta get this guy, and even though he's a Summers, I don't really know him at all, and I was good. I talked myself out of finally getting. So I got him for $750. So at my Walmart, I found Siren, and Vulcan for $750 each. That whole wave was there. Maggot, Darwin. Who else is it? You know what I'm saying. So that wave. So keep an eye out. So I finally lucked out. My patience paid off. Although then I open them up, and and I'm like, okay, I now know this buck because I've owned other Vulcan bucks already. So I'm like, yeah, now I have this toy that the reason I don't know him at all. So I still don't know him. I wanted to pop his head off and try to make him like Super Yimbo. So I might still do something stupid. Whether or not I post them or they're just maybe just dumb pictures for me. I don't even know. But yeah, Vulcan Yimbo. Maybe I'll just have to do something like that. But yeah, we have this buck. Why is this Steve not on that buck? Ridiculous. But last legend of the evening to discuss tonight, he is on that buck. Let's see. Clicked it and said it. Oh, love the red stripe. That's a good point too, man. The red stripe going down the side of that cap, or the Commander Rogers. Yeah, that's right. There we go. Just give him a Yimbo head. Yeah, I know. I still have to screw around with the shipwreck head a lot more. I'm not gonna get on that little stupid time. It's dumb for me. I mean, it cracks me up, but I'm not gonna go on the tangent. I have to do so. Maybe tomorrow. Will be my day. Let's see. Vulcan body is amazing for customizing. That's for sure. Yeah. Select that. You can still find the KO Mezco Command Rogers online. That one came out pretty good for a KO. So that's where I'm torn. Oh, you're torn between that or the. I mean, if you can get a knockoff reasonable, like how are we talking? Like, how close in the 25 price point range are we talking in the KO range? I'm always going to push for a Mezco direction though, because I love Mezco. I'm going to call for a second. Hang on. All right. Kurt, my Walmart put them in the clearance section, but put a $24.95 clearance sticker on them. Dude, this is the first time I've actually seen a decent Walmart clearance section, because I too, whenever I go in, it's like a cent off, like Fortnite figures, like $24.98 clearance. I'm like, so yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I was just happy. It finally worked out for me, even though I don't know what I'm gonna do with these toys. I really want the new Bucky cap. Yeah, and Select Guy, love that Bucky cap. All right, so yes, this lives up to the hype using the Bucky cap on the Vulcan body. He was, as you guys probably already know, the Bucky cap was the legend standard for so long. But here we go. So all of the cap shields I've been getting lately are of this mode. There were some Legends ones that I have that have, like where you can actually stick the arm through, but almost all of these have exclusively been this like clip, which I don't mind because it does have the peg. I am very careful though. I can't tell you how many times I heard people talking about the fragility of these and breaking them. So I'm literally like, that's how I do it. Again, toy anxiety. But like I said, I don't mind, because then you get that look right there. Let's see. The one's about 20. But yeah, I'm trying to avoid KO, but the legend one feels incomplete. Man, if you can get a KO, if you think it's going to be good, KO Mezco. If it's going to be in that same ballpark, price point wise, and you know it's going to be a decent knockoff, then I would definitely go knockoff, because that Commander Rogers Legends is just that. Like, it was also just kind of a deflating, like, even though they show you what's on the back of the box, like what's going to be inside, it was a deflating feeling, because I was hyped for it, because I really like that uniform. I like that look. So just be aware. I don't know. I would push you to go into KO range. Let's see. So happy for maybe we could trade some bad pieces for some figs. Dude, that's another upcoming idea I have for us. As a stream, as a segment, but like I have a bag of Build-A-Figure parts, and at cons, everybody seems to have them out at the table, $5 a piece, and it's a good, because some of them in the after sale market, I just don't have the patience or the time to like go down that rabbit hole. But I had that thought that would be like a fun, like, here's 5 to 10 Build-A-Figure parts at the end of a stream. I'm not doing it tonight, but if that's an interesting, or maybe once a month we go over, like, let me know if that'd be a fun thing, because it could be a Build-A-Figure trade. If you needed something that I had, like vice versa, we could, I don't know, just an idea. So let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. As people who hang out with me on Sunday nights. So let me know. The Bucky Cap shield, yes, it's surprisingly good. All right, yes, I'm sorry, get me back on track. I totally agree with you. It's got a really nice shine to it that you see in person. It has a really, because it has this metallic glow too. Metallic shine, I should say. He's got a nice metallic shine, and I love this costume. And, like, part of it is you have to care about the comic and the storyline. Like, why should you care about, Bucky Cap? I was reading at this time, so that was why, like, I love this costume. I just think it's so rad. I love that he's, stepping up, taking the mantle. So he comes with a knife over here. Oh, so this is an interesting thing about this particular figure. So Legends, I don't know, this is the first time in a while at least. So this is not a separate piece. It's like molded on, which is very interesting. So I'm trying to show over here in the hip. See how there's that little gap? It's on both sides. So this is molded to the butt and the hip, but then it is loose where it can allow this turn. And there you go. See, you can see the gappage there. So interesting. Like, again, just like Marvel Legends taking some chances. I like this setup. The knife over here, though, not going to lie, isn't the best, because it's going to get warped. It does prohibit movement, like when you're trying to pose, or you just got to be, it has something you have to be aware of, because this is bendable, so it might not snap off like the previous Legends plastic. Like I had not Hydra, an aim guy with a knife in his boot, and that had snapped off, because again, that was like a different plastic, at the time. So that was probably 2020. So this is, I'm not saying it's going to snap off. It probably wouldn't, but it will get bent. But then it's got a really nice firearm. Like the sidearm is really nice. Let me just try to hold that up a little bit better. There we go. There's the sidearm. So good size, nice holster fits in there. And then he comes with the trigger hands and then 2 fists, which that is kind of all you need. Now, I'm always going to be a toy guy that's like, I'm always going to want a second head. I'm always going to want a second head or a third sculpt. More of these, But considering it is just the one, the fact that you get the knife, the gun, you get, like I said, you get 4 hands altogether, so 2 sets of hands, and then the shield. Like, for this particular character, like I said, I think that's all you need. So he's great. He's really awesome. I'm into him. Let's see. Wade says, passed up the older version with no articulation. Glad they're re-releasing him in that metallic Blue is eye catching. It for sure is. It is stunning. Like I even did some outdoor messing with him, just some cell phone photography with hanging out with my daughter outside yesterday. And the way that the sunlight will hit him, it's just he's great. He's a really nice looking figure. And yeah, it just pegs right in. So you do have to be careful, like I said, Cody. Like if you are just getting, into Legends or these shields, people have broken the peg off or broken that wrist piece off. So I just take it very slow. I do the two hands, but yeah, there's the shield. Looks great. Clips right on there. Boom, and it will peg right into the back there. So there you go. So Bucky Cat. I was pumped, man. I was pumped about this Bucky Cat. I don't know if he's still up on Walmart, but that was a nice little arrival. Again, the passage of time, right, everybody? Like it's a figure that I ordered so long ago. And I was like, oh man, yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming at the end of August that I didn't realize. There's a lot of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, the belt is a bit iffy. How does it hold itself without middle part? I mean, is it like that in the comics? Oh, that's a good point. Let's find out. Let's do this. We have the technology. Let's see. So Bucky Cap. Let's see if I can find something decent for us. No, you know what? It's share this tab. So check this out. Bloop. Hold on. There we go. So just some comic book art right there. Yes. So because of the way the costume is, so you can see that, but with the way that the stripes go down to the center, they do go all the way down to, his crotchal range. Like, I don't know how else to put it, but yeah, like at least according to that one particular picture I'm showing, the pouches stop at the sides. So yeah, looking like comic accurate. How about that? Oop, Bucky Gap. All right. So yeah, that's pretty neat. All right, and yeah, Wade with the back. Yep. I just got up. Yeah, it's nuts. It's a very interesting, again, design choice. Would it work for a regular real life human being? I don't think so. But for comic books, sure, why not? Yeah, that's neat. So there we go. All right. Moving on. Get these legends out of here now. So watch my NECA stuff. So here we go. Moving on, everyone. Moving on. We're going into some SHF time. SHF talk. All right. So there we go. So he was the first one that I got my hands on. So it was Toby. I do have the Legend set, which I feel like I've gone over on streams. I can't remember if it was on my own or others, but I do have the Legend set, which I am always going to say I'm happy I have that, even without the extra head sculpts, because I don't have a Toby Legends or Andrew Legend head sculpt, but I have a bunch of Toms. But I like those figures, and I like that I have those three Legends as potential pocket figures, because again, I've talked about like the durability of Legends compared to like SHF, for instance. So it's Spidey. I'm going to always get all the Spideys. That's just the bottom line. That's just how it works over here. But speaking of all the Spideys, just arrived today, but I got home from my toy hunt, and lo and behold, a toy was waiting for me. But I finally have my Andrew without the Garfield head sculpt, which it still blows my mind how that was botched. And I know it's a licensing thing, and I think it's from Garfield's side. I just wanted a nice looky, I got the heads of the other guys. Andrew. All right, so I don't know how much I've ever gone into these, but I was just going to touch base real quick on these guys real fast. Just getting my little tackle box of goodies here. All right, so technically here, I'm going to go back in time for a second. Go back in time. I thought I was going to pass on this Tom because I owned this version of the figure. This is the endgame final battle type, but endgame version. Comes with the big infinity gauntlet that can be a Hulk hands. So I really like this guy. And then Machu enabled me into getting the Tom. But the Tom does look incredible. Now, this Tom had one head sculpt, which looks kind of identical. But the big piece to him, which I don't use nearly enough as I should, is the arms. So there's the iron arms. So there's that on the SHF there. So he was my first SHF Spidey. Now, stands? No, I'm not going to stand. All right. This guy really is great. And he's bigger significantly, like he's got more bulk and heft to him, which makes sense because Tom is obviously still growing as a human being. So he is in way better shape. Comes with awesome stuff here. So like I said, both head sculpts are amazing. So here's the battle damaged one first. And make this a little bit bigger for you guys. Oops. There we go. So there's the battle damaged Tom. And that's the one that ultimately pushed me to do it, was the battle damage. Because I have a Tom Holland head sculpt from that other one. This is a nicer one, though, which makes sense because it's a few years later. But that's a nicer one. It also comes with, from Doctor Strange, or, like the Magic Prison Cube, which is awesome. And then he also has the mask, too, which the Endgame one did not have. So he has a mask that you can hold, just like the Tobey Maguire one. Also has a holdable mask. So he has one other set of eyes that can pop out. Now, this is my issue with him. All right. With every other Spider-Man figure I've ever gotten, but focusing on SHF, I always immediately go into something like this. I mean, now granted, I have the pointing hands on. There we go. But yeah, something along those lines. Get those pointing hands. But I usually go into some sort of Spidey-esque web swinging split. Okay? That's like the first thing. It's muscle memory at this point. Like I get a Spider-Man, my one hand can literally ready for it? Muscle memory. Just swoop, one hand, and I can start getting into a pose, right? I can do that on this one. Start muscle memory, get those legs into the Spidey split, right? Get those legs up. Iron arms falling off. So folding over, back good, right? Folding over, back good. Lots of articulation, right? On this guy, as soon as I went to do the one hand, that's it. Now, he's not broken. On Wednesday night, I was asking Machu and the Toy Daddies and Jay Shaw, I was just like, all right, guys, who has this figure and is this supposed to happen? So I was unequivocally told, no, that should not just be popping off. Now, this is how this looks in here. So you got the one peg. It does just peg right in, just pops, pop. There is a mechanism. So on those other ones, if I take it slower, no, that still popped. There we go. If I take it a little slower, nope. There's this little mechanism in here that allows it to do the double bend. No, look at this. Toys. Okay. There. I was able to do it. There, that's it. So that little extra, see, like there's the little extra. So whatever reason, when coming out, doing that mechanism bend isn't happening very naturally for me. Now, I ended up ordering a second one, opened it up, same exact issue. So I'm sending the second one back. I'm keeping this one because, like, really, like, there's nothing wrong with it, or there is, like, it is a QC problem. Like, that shouldn't be happening. But I'm going to keep this one, return the other one under the QC issue, because this is a QC issue. The other one wouldn't even get to this point, though, of bend. It would just immediately come apart at the waist. So there is that little issue, and it does bother me. It makes me sad because, like, not that I have any Tom Holland, Spidey, like, ideas at the moment, but I don't know. When something like this happens, it takes away my enjoyment of just being able to pick up the toy, see, and then start playing with it. And it just adds, like, I need to be mentally prepared. So now he can't just be a toy that I'm going to screw around with and then, like, come up with something, or, you know, screw around. I had stupid Spidey meme ideas, or just, you know, dumb jokes in mind. But now it's like, oh, if I get this guy, like, all right, I have to be, and it's silly. Like, how silly am I complaining right now, right? But I have to remember that. I just want my figures to be perfect, darn it. Toys. All right, back to the chat. All right. Let's see. Sorry. Let's just catch right up there. Cap crotch accurate. Yep, there you go. Thank you, Wade. What's going on, Mike? High School Creation in the house. How you doing, bro? Buddy boy. I was going to say brother, buddy. Just kind of came out as blah, blah. Best thing in history. Can't have a verse that all the Spidey's got to catch them all. You know it. Task. I was a little disappointed with Toby. Mine has a loose leg problem, so I passed. Is this one better, worse, comparable? Well, excellent question, Brad. All right, so now you know my grievance with this one, which I'm so bummed about. But, like, I'm loosening this mechanism up. Like I said, like, doesn't make me also very happy that that's, like, loosening. But I don't know what else to do. I don't. It's working now. But, yeah, it's just not. Now it's like, but now I'm in it. I'm in the Figuarts. Like, I'm in that rabbit. So I like the, you know, the rabbit hole. I'm there. I'm a Figuarts boy. What am I going to say? You know, what am I going to do? But yeah, there it is, Tom. Now, Toby, to get back to your question, Brad. Yes, I had a very loose left leg. So now, if you notice, like, thinking that slow, right? That's because I took Kiki loose joints and used the little dispenser thing and shot it right into his thigh, inside of there. And then you can kind of see that little bit of a shine. But that's from the Kiki. Not to just keep showing you Toby's crotch, but, you know, we're in it now. We're in it. We're So see how this does not have the shine, and this one does, right there, right on the inner thigh. Yeah, that's the Kiki. So Kiki worked wonders. Like, that is nice and solidified now. I actually went ahead and did it on the wrists too, and then let it dry overnight, because I had really, really loose wrist pegs on Toby. But he's good now. And I still like the posing I can get out of this guy better than the Legends version. But, you know, it's just one of those things. It's just, it's my Spider-Man. Toby's my Spider-Man. So, like, at the end of the day, I am currently most excited to own the Toby out of this little squad. But I am curious about how this one's going to do. But again, I'm no head. So immediately, like, I'm bummed. I'm bummed about this. And then Tom, the waist issue, immediately bummed. And I was bummed about Toby. So they've all had, like, this one negative standout knock against each one. I just hope that's it for Andrew. I hope otherwise the figure's perfect and beautiful, and I can just enjoy him, and that's all. The select guy, yeah, the left leg is generally loose. It's true. that there was left leg. It was a universal problem. Easy to pop out, drop a super glue on the peg, problem solved. Yeah, be careful. I mean, like, super glue does work. I personally would go with Kiki or Pledge Floor Polish. Even no, those are the two. Those are the two that I like. If you look at the ingredients, like I know Rabbit's Den is always like, you don't need Kiki, you just need whatever the main chemical compound is. But it is like an Elmer's gluey type of thing. But let's see. Fair points. Like I can't be a collector without being a toy surgeon to a degree. That's true. I like that. Half price Freddy with extreme articulation. Toy Mirth. My Peter E. Parker Sentinel pops apart all the time too. Slightly annoying for sure. That's a bummer. I haven't had that issue with the Sentinel. But yeah, it's expecting too much for, it's our hard-earned money that we spend, and we do expect perfection out of them, which is probably unrealistic, but it's still our money. We still work very hard for it. Cody, you can actually get the rare 40-year-old bad back variant. Well done, Cody. Well done. Wesley just got on and don't know what I've got into. We're just reviewing, let's just talking about Spideys. Oops, just knocking a lot of toys over. That's all I've been doing tonight. Is the macho toy? What's going on, brother boy? Yeah, Matt, again, my Sentinel brothers have the links. I know my toy daddies already have toy father responsibilities to do. So they were out tonight. My Sentinel boys don't feel compelled. Again, it was just an offer every week. You know that you have a open door policy here. But yeah, hopefully you had fun at that barbecue. And again, thank you. I'm going to do another good time. I like to do this all the time because I mean it greatly. But thank you for those of you hanging out with me live right now. And if you are catching the replay and listen to me, thank you. I genuinely appreciate this time that we all get to spend together, whether it's in the moment, live, or listen to me chit chat away now. So thank you. I'll just leave that one there. KJ Smith's in the house. What's up, KJ? And then Hayward, and then Machu. My Toby has a loose left leg too, but on the ball joint, not the moving out joint. Yeah, he was another one that had those problems, man. But like I said, my Kiki fixed him up real nice. And it's kind of funny though, because I prefer the blue on the Legend Spidey to this, but like this is a little too muted for me. I don't know. I prefer like a pure blue for my Spider-Man costumes. Meanwhile, this is like not even blue at all, right? Or super navy. Oh. All right, what do you think? Should we open up Andrew? I think we should open up Andrew. Right, we're going to open up Andrew. Find out what all the fuss is about. He's been out for a while now. I know. Or at least there have been people that have had him for a while now. Amazon. Oh, here we go. Hold on, folks. Hold on. So stupid. But real quick, since I'm mentioning this, I don't do this every week. But just to remind you guys that over on Amazon, here we go. Boop. Oh, it's not even doing the right. Nope. Let's see. Still not. No. There we go. I was trying. All right. So just so you guys know that over here, this is my storefront. Link is in the bio. Link is everywhere. Look at, all my link trees. But just so you are aware that if you were ever interested in any of this stuff, I do update this all the time with the new things that I buy. Like there's that Mezco Superman and there's that Toby. So I just wanted you to be aware. But yes, this where is it? Here we go. So under Mayfix, Mezco, and SHFiguarts. So yeah, he is still available. But yeah, that's where I got mine. So like I said, people have got him in from Japan already, but he is now just making his way in because this is where I got mine. So there you go. Just wanted to show you guys. Just remind you if you're buying anything on Amazon. All right. Just gonna be a mess of Spideys back here. Mess of Spideys. Here we go. Get back into this. So there's the box. So Figuarts again, minimal, which I like. I like that it's just boop. There we go. And I'm not gonna go like super crazy. I might just do initial impression type stuff. I'm trying to get into, I've been talking about that Mezco Superman. I was doing some editing on my video just earlier today, so it is coming down the pipe. Here we go. Andrew. Well, right off the bat, I really like the metallic. Again, the metallic sheen. Really like that red. The reds are, it's a nice red. Again, blue, it is. No, he's bluer. It's still a dark blue. It's still muted. But you know what? No. It's dark as in navy, but I wouldn't say muted. Toby looks muted. I would not say muted for Andrew. Oh, he's got the thing. And it didn't. That's how that's supposed to work. One hand. There we go. He's got the same mechanism. All right, let me move my chair over. We're diving into this bad boy. Okay, so let's start one more time. What a tale of three Spider-Men, right? This is nuts. So Toby, one hand, here we go, quick into the Spidey. Like that's how I literally like muscle memory, boom, right? So he can get going, bam. So lower abdomen does not turn; it just goes down. And he's got that much crunch. He has that much crunch. So there's Spidey. There's Toby. Now, Toby does not have the same mechanism that the other two have. All right. So that's interesting. So there's Toby. Tom, we now know, does in fact have this mechanism, which after losing, no. Look, he still did it. Now, since this is the one I'm going to hang on to, and I'm returning the other one since it has the exact same issue. So be aware. I'm not saying ignore this toy. Like you hear, it's got a firm snap. It literally, like, it is Spidey, so you can't just live on that much ab crunch. Like you need all of it, right? Like you do, so you can't just. It's just weird that you have to use the old two-hand approach. See, he popped off again. Frustrating because he looks really good. Again, painted web lines. And I love like the texturing and the battle damage over on the costume itself. So I'm definitely not saying to like stay away from it if you are interested in Figuarts Spideys. I'm just letting you know that it's the first time I've ever owned one where I couldn't just two-hand crunch a Spider-Man. Very bizarre. But anyway, so there's that mechanism. And Andrew, guess what? Oop, nope, that's still Toby. There's Andrew. So here we go. Ready? Into the Spidey. And there was like a sound of the mechanism moving. And look, there's his mechanism. He's got it too. That is nuts. Here, let me make this, swap these over again. Get some Andrew butt going. But there we go. There's that mechanism. But his does not. When I go into, this Tom is giving me like a complex. He's definitely giving me a complex. But Andrew, success. Get the Spidey. There you go. Get him web swinging. Get him going. And again, there we go. Yeah, get that right there. Boom. Get some nice, Figuarts gives you some nice neck movement with Spideys, which is very important. As you know. But there we go. I will say, I know D Amazing once tweeted, and it's resonated with me, but he had tweeted something along the lines of like, if I know I do one thing well, it's take good pictures of Spider-Man. And I just, I'm not comparing myself to D Amazing by any stretch, but out of all the heroes I take pictures of, I would like to think that, Spidey is the one I take the best pictures. Like, you know, like it's just like I have that mental Rolodex of Spidey poses, but that's my go-to. This is like always my go-to one. I just love that Spidey pose. So Andrew's awesome, man. Oh, back to the chat. Let's see. Get your toys to the best Amazon affiliate. Thanks, Wade. I appreciate, you know, if you do it. Again, no pressure, everybody. Really, I like the Legends Toby for what it is, but I feel like it's very comic booky blue. Yeah, maybe too much. You're right. Like, this is let's go back into this comparison of color. Okay. Let's see if I can get this going. Just want to be able to see. Should I show the rumps instead? Rump shakers? Do you see how the blue's different? Look at that. Different color blue. So these are both navies, but I would say Toby is a more muted navy than Andrew, which again also has a little bit of that shine, but I wouldn't say it's any different than Toby's. So it's just a different shade of blue, maybe more like, again, muted, more blue. It's very cool, but I love, man, I like that Spidey a lot. I like it a lot. I guess his head could be bigger, you know, and there's still some stuff like I'm never going to be crazy about, like, you know, some of the look of Figuarts stuff in this whole range doesn't wow me, but then you can get such good stuff. Like, they're the most consistently good Spidey stuff outside of Sentinel. Maybe. I don't know. I still can't. I flip flop on like my favorite Spidey toy all the time. I mean, it's still Peter B. Parker. So that's still always like my main go-to. But consistency wise, SHFiguarts does a really phenomenal job. They really do. So I'm a big fan of that guy. Can't wait to get him going. Man, I only ever posted one picture of my Legends Garfield, but at least I did it. Thanks to the help with lights, camera, action figures. Oh, ouchies. All right, back to the chat. Here we go. Clintastic. I check it out all the time. Grabbed a few props and equipment off of it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Clint. Way like you're gonna buy toys to make sure you go through because you make sure you get going. It's true. Hey, I'm only putting up the stuff that I own and that I believe in, you know, and I put up any stuff that I bought and went, man, this is stinky. So it's all stuff that I've bought and owned and enjoy. Let's see. Maybe trim down the front of the diaper if that's what pushes it apart. Man, that seems frustrating. Yeah, man. It's like the mechanism isn't strong, or it's either too strong or it's just super weird because it's the exact same mechanism on Andrew. I think it's just a tighter like peg ball. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Kiki's inside of there and let it sit overnight. I did that with my sad arms of my Doc Ock, and it does work. I was able to port those in, and they held up a lot better. So I'm just going to put some Kiki's in there. That will help. And also, like I said, just an understanding that that's how he will move. But I just wanted to really, like, this was going to be the Tom figure that, like, I fell in love with. That was my hope. Because all my other Toms, like I said, the only other one, Tom-wise, that wasn't a Legends was this guy who I really also enjoyed whenever I would play with him. But he was, you know, tiny, but I guess he's supposed to be tiny. High school Pete. I don't know. I like this guy too. I like Figuarts. What can I say? I like Figuarts. Yeah, Wade, he's great. And at the very least, you know, going to a positive, without the Andrew Garfield head sculpt, he is significantly cheaper than the other two, you know, Tom and Toby. So there is that. You know, you're not paying for the likeness. And McKinney. All right, so here you go. I think I have an answer for the day, but I have to ask one thing first. Are you saying how can the MCU help their figures? No, I was saying I was just more of a general question about, because this is what Dan and I were talking about on our ride today. Like, I was going to have Dan come on because he's my comic expert. Like, he's got so much knowledge, comic knowledge. He actively reads, you know, each night. So he was reading Secret Invasion. We were both watching it. and I wanted to have him on at the end of the season and do a comparison and a deep dive. I was going to pick his brain. But we were talking about today, and like Secret Invasion, like nobody cared about it when it was on. Like at least in the toy circles that I run in, like it was not. There were no pictures being taken. No one was fired up about it. Maybe a couple, like outside of a couple. Ozzy 88 Figs took some really awesome ones. Actually, Cap took a few other. I'm not saying there hasn't been any great scroll stuff, but not like we've seen in the past in the toy community, like when what was it, Winter Soldier? What was it called? What was the one, Captain America Winter Soldier, right? Yeah, like that was up. You'd see so many pictures. Loki each week, like Wanda, like you'd see a lot of stuff going when movies drop. Like nothing outside, like I said, of a couple of my own friends doing it. I didn't see a ton of scroll stuff. So we were driving. We were like, yeah, man, like, is it worth still doing that stream? And he's like, probably not. And I'm like, I'm with you, because like nobody seemed to care when it was on. So why would anybody care now after the fact? So that's my question. Like, we all know that phase 4 and 5, like what phase are we in now? They haven't been to the same level of 1 through 3. So what do they need to do? I thought it was going to be Quantum Mania was going to be finally the big, give us a direction, steer this ship. Then I thought it was going to be Secret Invasion. And it just seems like I don't know. What can they do? That's my question. Storyline wise. So that's from a storyline. What do you think the MCU can do to get people excited again? That's all. Let's see. Slick Guy. Yeah, it's a bit dark on Toby. I don't have Andrew because I'm happy with the Legends one. Would you say SHF Andrew is a must-have? A must-have? No. Because the Legends one is that good. Like the Legends, Andrew, I almost canceled this, and then I almost didn't open this tonight. But of course now I did, and he's mine. Can't take it back. That Legends one is really good. So no, I do think that because of the lack of Garfield head sculpt, I think you can pass, because that one is really good. And it's just, that's a more darker blue. But that was the best one of that pack. That was the best one. Tom was the worst of the Legends pack. Toby was fine, but again, some weird proportions. Andrew was the perfect Legends. So here's a perfect Legends. I don't think you need to upgrade. I wanted to have all 3 Figuarts, and I wanted to have all 3 Legends. So again, that's me, because I'm a Spidey jerk, and I get all the Spideys. So, hey, J-Shot gets all the turtles. Cody gets all the turtles. I get all the Spideys. Toy Father gets all the Spideys. What's the better fig? Figuarts, Toby or Andrew, in your opinion? Ooh. Well, that is an excellent question, Brad, because now I'm trying to look at. Let me stand these two guys up next to each other. I'll put the second cam back up, because this is a good question for everyone. Take a look at. Just get these two guys side by side, just standing them up. All right, second camera incoming. Here we go. Boop. All right, so here are the boys. Now, my initial answer to you is going to be looking at the accessory trays alone. Toby, because he comes with the 2 extra unmasked head sculpts, including a hand that can hold a mask, a crumpled mask. Andrew just comes with the sets of hands and webs that I will never use, because I ended up just using some custom ones. I use web heads, although I do have a set from Mike Hex that I have to try out. And I know there's a lot of great web makers out there. D Blake makes great webs too. I know Macho uses those. So it's just hands. So just from a straight up figure perspective, Toby wins in that regard from an accessory point of view. From articulation, like both of these guys aren't like they both are going to do what you're going to want them to do. Like Tom was the one I was worried about, but you can get these guys to twist. So you both of them are kind of tied in the articulation sense. I'm going to go Tom. I mean, not Tom. I'm going to go Toby. I'm going Toby because Toby's my Spidey. Toby's my Spidey. So the excitement, the rush that I had of opening that Toby was very different than just opening Andrew live for you now. I will say that. Like Toby, I was like when I opened the Mezco Keaton live, for those of you that hung out or watched that episode, like same thing. Mezco, like Keaton, Reeve, and Toby. Those are my three celebrity superheroes. Those are my guys. So yeah, it's Toby. It's Toby for me. I actually put on Amazing Spider-Man 2 the other day because it's on Disney Plus, and I watched the first 20 minutes just 2 nights ago. And I will say one thing, just like all of us have basically criticized, that Peter Parker is too cool. I still don't like young Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but I am in love with middle-aged, approaching 40 Andrew Garfield post. I've seen some stuff, Spidey. I like this version of Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but the Amazing Spider-Man is not my Spidey. Can you guys follow that logic? Or is that making sense? So Toby's my guy. Andrew, Amazing Spider-Man, in the moment, not my Spider-Man, not my Peter Parker. He's actually great as Spidey, but not my Peter Parker. And then now, No Way Home, I'm smitten with Andrew Garfield. What's going on, Jay Shot? Oh, don't worry about it, brother. Thank you for even popping in. That's awesome, man. Unworthy Collector, what's going on, brother? Don't forget Unworthy Collector with Toy X17. They host a show on Thursday nights called A Worthy Addiction. It is a lot of fun. What's going on, buddy boy? Machu Toy. So here we go, answering the question of the day. To answer the question, they introduced a lot of new characters or gave new arcs to existing, but don't really check back in with them. That is a really good point. There's a lot of strings out there, and again, multiverse, etc., yada yada. But there's a lot of things happening, all separate, and literally nothing has come back or connected any of these threads. I'm sure it will, and I'm going to be somebody in what years at this point, but after the next big climactic event, and I'll be sitting here I can't believe it was in my face. It was in, we could have traced this throughout the whole. It could happen. But we'll see. I don't know. But I'm with you, Matt, that there's too much crazy new and there's no connective threads that we can currently see. Towards this bigger picture. And then let's see. My answer: oversaturation. Work on quality over quantity. Brad, I'm also going to go with you on that too. That was a point that I made to Dan today about Netflix and just the streaming era. I really enjoy when shows, even that are on streaming networks, make you wait, do a weekly rollout. Just because it goes back to what people in that lived and remember pre-internet, it grew up without, analog dial-up phones and stuff, waiting for Saturday morning cartoons. That's our crowd. So they've been cranking out so much that everything's just been fine, whether it's MCU, just in general, everything just feels fine. So I like putting in these obstacles because then it makes us enjoy the shows and talk about them and come up with theories and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just rambling now. Oversaturation. I'm with you. That's all I was trying to say, Brad. I was talking about the thinning out of the quality based on the amount that's cranked out. But yeah, that also ties into oversaturation. And that's just all genres of everything. I'm kind of excited. Like, again, I'm supporting the writer's strike. I'm not that it means anything, but like I hope that they are able, between the writers and actors, able to get what, that they're get paid what they feel that they're worth. Because again, like there's the people at the top of the studios are making a whole hell of a lot of money on their backs and shoulders. And again, that's just a microcosm of one enterprise, one profession, is what we're all dealing with everywhere in all walks of life, So, yeah, I think that, I don't know. My hope is that shows, writing, movies, we have a spike once this all gets, like we're going to be expecting some really cool stuff, but not for a long time. I think once they get back to writing, that's all I'm trying to say. It'll be good. And if they can pull back and again, not feel like as a studio that they keep cranking out stuff, then we'll be all right. I don't know. Just waxing poetic about a whole thing. I just think that they've been, working so hard, worked, too much stuff, not having enough conversations, not trailing out, the entire threads, filming too many different endings and possibilities. They just got to get laser focused. Yeah. Moving on. Good point, Brad. Good point. Cody, to get the magic back, they really need to stop making TV shows, stop pumping out so much, and focus on movies again. Yeah, like when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was launched, that was so cool, like the expanded MCU. But yeah, that's again, their focus is pulled in a bunch of different directions at this point, and the quality has suffered across all of them. RG, hello, thanks for joining this evening. Hello. Select guy, we were hyped for phase 1 because it's the first time we were seeing all these heroes live action. But looking back, are they better movies than what's popping out now? I will say phase 1. Well, you can cherry pick a lot of really quality films in the first 3 phases because every hero was being like assigned different genres. And again, I'm not spewing anything that hasn't been talked about before, but going back to like Ant-Man being like an Ocean's 11 style like bank heist, and you had a spy thriller with like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and then you had the like a time Shakespearean style piece, or I don't know, with the Thor. My point is they follow different styles of films, whereas now everything just does feel more just boop origin story. Like those were all done origin stories too, but they were just handled so differently, where it does just feel like we're getting the same template. Maybe that's what we're thinking of in terms of like rolling out new characters. I don't know. Nothing's connected. I still think that they did this to us because those first 3 phases were so successful. And now, like my brain, I can't not look for connections. And I want a big bad guy and I want the big threat. It's my expectations. So there's that too. Temper our expectations, right? Let's see. There was also more crossover connection in the older phases. Iron Man appearing in Incredible Hulk, Hawkeye and Thor. Yeah. Oh, and that's right, Andrew. He is 40. Well, that's right. That's what I'm saying. Hey, guess what? I am not thrilled about the version of myself at that age when the Amazing Spider-Man came. I'd like to think I'm a better, nicer person now than I was back then. This is a better, perfect version now of Spider-Man. I don't know. I'm just being silly. You're right. I forgot he's like in our ballpark. Like Andrew Garfield is our spirit animal. Wade Create. They introduced the Skrulls and Captain Marvel. It felt forced, but a good pause on just releasing money-grabbing attempts. Stop turning your characters into one-line jokes. That's very true. Love Andrew is older and a little more grizzled veteran. Yeah. Like, what the hell? The new Captain America. But yeah, been up to since Falcon and Winter Soldier. Right. Like, where has he been? Again, there's no updates. There's nothing. That's so weird. And then, yeah, true. That was the leaked footage where Falcon, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man, and they're all together fake. I thought they were just starting to put... Yeah, I don't know, man. Ant-Man didn't need a third movie. I still like the third Ant-Man movie, but you're right. Did he need one? No. If it was going to set up Kang as the big bad guy, yes. But well, and that's not Marvel's fault. I still think, man, phase 1 through 3. That's it. I think that was a very special cinematic experience that happened in our lifetime. I think that's where you just have to appreciate that phase, those phases, that era of movies. I think we just have to be appreciative of the fact that we got them, and we got movies as good as they were. And now we just have to keep our fingers crossed. And I'm okay with a few less superhero things to watch throughout a year if they're going to be on a quality of like Across the Spider-Verse, for instance, you know? That's a great question too. Unworthy Collector, a big wrestling fan. I did not get to watch Payback yet. So that's what I think I'll probably do tonight because my wife is going to be in bed. My kids are sleeping. And I think I'm going to probably watch Payback. I'll probably catch up. That'll be my little daddy time to end my Sunday evening and ride out into the sunset. And yeah, Wade, that's it, right? Appreciate what we have. That's that going back to all this stuff, you know, and even starting, you know, today with just a little remembrance of my friend Ryan. But it's true. Like, just, I don't know. Keeps me happy. I could be really upset. Like, and I've been that guy. That's the whole thing. I've been that guy getting upset about stuff like that and movies and directions of things. But at the end of the day, this last year, especially in this last year, just being able to then stop the negative slide and be like, wait, look at, but you know, we got these movies, and being able to, again, put the focus on the good of a situation has helped tremendously with the smile department. Brad, little off topic, but anyone jumping on those? Meta Travelers Legionary figures. They look amazing. They are. Chewy, I'm going to use your joke. I think it's your joke, Chewy. But they are. If you ever wanted Force Horseman toys with double jointed elbows, that's a good joke. I forget if it was you or not. But they look awesome, and I love the swappable stuff. So, yeah, I'm definitely intrigued. They are a toy line that I would like to talk to. Either, you know, like I know that actually Chewy, you know, maybe something coming down the line with the toy daddies, so we can talk to them, pick their brain a little bit. But I'm super excited about them. So they look great. So yeah, another cool line. Machu phase 1 and 2 had crappy toys. 3 and 4 when they're getting pretty good toys. Yeah, it's true. That is true. Cody said they saw the money and decided to make Superhero Content Factory into overload and stop thinking on telling on grand connected story. You can't turn the factory off to displease investors. Yeah, I know, it's true. And they look like Fortnite. The meta travelers. That's true. What's going on, Art? How you doing, man? Yeah, I guess they do. I guess they do a little bit. We could maybe pull those up for a second. Meta Travelers. Let's see if is that. Travelers. There we go. Is this the one? Meta Travelers. There we go. Got to follow those guys. There we go. Boop. All right. Meta Travelers. Here we go. So that's what they're really, yeah, I think they're super cool. They look awesome. They really, it's another line like I see Spiro commenting over here. This is going to be epic. It's a line like Spiro, like Cosmic Legions, that it's a way to, if you just were looking to break out of IP that you are already familiar with, you want to just enjoy toys. That's why I love Spiro. Like, I love the Spiro stuff and the Fox Forge toys, because, like, yes, there are backstories. Same thing, Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions. Like, yes, there are backstories available. But if you just wanted to play with fun toys, and then, again, like, if you're like me, take photos of them and stuff, they're great for that. They're like really, really good for that. Like, I can't tell you how excited I am to, like, crack open Thygar. Like, I don't know, maybe we'll have to do another Cosmic Coffee next weekend or something, but it's great. It's so good. I really want to open them up. Oh, and a helmet too. The helmet head sculpt. Come on. But yeah, so they're awesome. They're really great. They're great. Look how cool. It's another cool toy line. And again, the fact that you have are tremendous. Cool, Brad. Really cool. Let's see. Got some new cosmetics for comics and comics. Yep, I did. Like I was saying at the start. Now I have Slog and Thigar. Those are my two to go over. And it was really hard not to also buy a few more of the first wave. Like the Sentry. I almost got because I have the medical person Sentry. But there's the other, or the Tusk Sentry. Tusk. So I have the Tusk Examiner. I don't even know. I'm still trying to get the names down. But yes, I did get the one. This one is great. Very excited about it. Let's see. It's not a bad thing. Definitely gives off that vibe. And yeah, no worries. No worries, Wade. Yeah, it is really awesome. So Meta Travelers is definitely a line that I would like to, have more conversations with moving forward. So hopefully, like I said, whether it's, over on Yimbo Reviews Everything or with the TPC and my fellow toy daddies, things are happening, so that's a crew that I definitely want to discuss. And yeah, they're exciting. They're exciting. The swappability, it's like, comparing it to G.I. Joes. Like having all of the accessories fit on a toy is really great. Having the swappability, that makes me happy because then I'm not cutting or damaging or gluing or doing anything, and I can just get different looks for my figures. I am a very easy customizer, kit basher. that's where I feel comfortable. So this is like right in that wheelhouse. Again, same reason I gravitated towards Spiro, where now they're putting out accessory packs and things and harnesses and stuff that I'm amped to like screw around with too. I still got to shoot those guys. I have not touched ever since that last stream. The first of the Jersey Shore Yimbo Reviews Everything editions this summer. When I went over my wave 2 of Spiro, yeah, I haven't gone back to screw with them yet, and I really want to, but I will. Again, I've been slowing down, like toy buying. I'm trying like to really like, I'm back to like 52 mentality where I'm trying to, outside of Vulcan and Siren, but really making sure like it's someone I'm excited about, that I will have an idea, or it's in my fandom, like I'm trying to be really good about that. So I'm on my best behaviors. Toys are still rolling in, but I am trying to be pretty good. I'm actively in like a no buying mode. So there is that, but I have trust me, I have toys to talk about. But I'm also thinking of other fun stuff. So if you guys have ideas, if you're, like I said, if you ever talk to me, whether it's here in a live chat or talk to me over on Instagram, if you have ideas for fun segments to do with our time together, let me know, because I'm racking my brain. I started writing about 5 or 6 different ideas down. So it's just going to be a matter of implementing them, but it's just more fun ways for us to, spend our time together as I drink from my big coffee mug. Let's see. We could buy more Allegiance Con. That's very true. Martin, hello. Thanks for joining this evening. And yeah, we were talking about MCU. We were talking about, all sorts of stuff tonight, Martin. All sorts of stuff. But my one, I'm starting today a question of the day, question of the night. And mine was, what can the MCU do to get back on track? And Chewy, this is a good point. Hot take. I think the MCU is still on par with phase 1 and 2. I don't know if I can fully agree, but I will go back to what we were, talking about earlier, with not every movie in the first 3 phases is a winner. So I will agree with you that like not everything was like an Oscar movie. Like we know it wasn't, but not every single one was a banger. Like for me, I've warmed up and come around on it, but like Doctor Strange, that first movie was for a while, like my lowest on my personal rankings, my least rewatched MCU movie of those first 3 phases. But then some people, like, that's their top one. They love Doctor Strange. So again, to each their own. I just think universally there hasn't been as much of a polarized, like, where people love the Doctor Strange movie and I was just, bleh. But like, I loved Ragnarok and everything. Like, there hasn't been strong emotions in general directed towards any of the movies. I think that's ultimately outside of Spidey, but how much of that was nostalgia? Because I like that movie a lot. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy that movie quite a bit. No Way Home. I will rewatch that one, but it's still also not a perfect movie. So I don't know. That's a great idea, Kurt. Display room ideas. I'm just trying to think of ways to do things during like a live stream. There's definitely like, God, if I had the time, and I did technically, I had time, but like it's taken me like a week to edit this Superman Mezco. It's actually going to be really silly because what I was talking about in June, like when I have summer, I'm going to have all this free time. And it was the free time was taken up by my children. So like that makes me happy, you know? So they took up my toy time. I actually will get toy time back with school starting up because like my lunch, I go hard. Like I when I'm at work, I give my students my all. And then on my lunch break, I go back to toy content. Like I don't just chill. Like there isn't, I do have an on-off switch, but like I'm about to get back into flipping it on and go. Because I definitely gave myself a little last 2 weeks, like slowing things down, just taking some time for myself. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna have more toy time. I will probably be cranking out more stuff, which is so silly, but it's true. But display room ideas, going back to that would be a really cool idea for maybe like a smaller, quicker video. I'm trying to think of other small, fun little videos to do. Like I said, live wise, like I have the second camera. So part of me has wanted to think of ways to like set up live photos, come up with fun ways. Like it's more about finding the ways to pull it off efficiently. But I want to do some more like toy photo taking. Excuse me. I was really jealous of Toy Father getting to take pictures last week. So I want to do more stuff like that. Let's see. Wade, Captain Marvel versus Captain America, Ant-Man, Iron Man, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, those are good comparisons right there. Yeah. Too Much New Toys. I think the movies have been pretty great. Most of the shows have been pretty forgettable, so they drag down plans for good movies. Yeah. Martin, more quality and less quantity. Personally, for me, Guardians was great. Everything else is just okay. That's right. Yeah, Guardians and Spidey. No Way Home. Those were like the two that have gotten the best praise, brought out the most emotion from the fan base. It feels like everything else outside of like She-Hulk purposely was like a guy like me, I'm cracking up through the whole show, but like I didn't go back and rewatch it. I didn't love it where I'm like, again, salivating for a rewatch. But I enjoyed it. I look forward to She-Hulk each week. But then that show purposely like went to upset people, which fine. They can do whatever they want. They're making the content. So maybe that was 3 in terms of like an emotional response in the MCU. I don't even know. Oh, and I see what Wade's saying, illustrating a downward slope in like the overall quality of the films. I'm of the opinion that anything comic book related in live action is a good thing, but I do think it's gotten worse. Yeah, it's again just watching Flash. Even my wife was like, "No, I actually liked it. It was neat," and I was like, "Yeah, it was neat." I love seeing Keaton, and that was it. That's a damn movie. You want Michael Keaton? Here he is. You want to get nuts? And that was it. They gave me that, and that's what they want. That was it. McKinney, adding a bunch of characters that are far less popular in comics and less known took their crutch and now using their skills or hired for just isn't cutting it. Yeah. I mean, like part of the MCU's strength for a long time was diving in. Like no one knew Iron Man before the first movie. I mean, like comic book fans did, but the greater populace, like Iron Man was not he was not a household name. So Marvel and the MCU, I mean, that's something that they did so well at for so long, is giving us no quote unquote no name characters and now making us care. Guardians, perfect example. But with the newer characters that they've been introducing, while I guess like Miss Marvel was fun. But again, I haven't been like actively wanting to go back and rewatch it. Maybe I will. Loki. I should rewatch Loki. I guess that's the answer. Loki's the best. We can talk supplies and shelving, diorama supplies. Oh, that's a good one. All right. That could be like, maybe I would do that in advance, like announce like this particular topic and we can all come with her. Yeah, that would be a good one. I like that. McKinney, people in the chat need help. Oh no, I think we can see it. Macho, to be fair, I've enjoyed some of the TV shows. I really like Loki. WandaVision was okay, but was undone with Strange too. Yeah. The way they addressed WandaVision and Strange 2. Yeah. Like that's what I mean. Those are the disappointing moments. If you are making the TV shows and you're making them with the actors, like it's not like Coulson, this is not a B or C tier team. If you're giving us shows with the A-level talent, maybe they should just expect that we are watching everything. Because I think they're writing, maybe that's what it is. So like they know that there's the casuals. That's who they're appealing to. So that's why like we have the hardcore. Like we're the hardcore fans. We're going to see every last little thing that they put out, right? But they shoot for the casuals. So I'm just wondering, as I'm talking out loud here. Oh, I'm losing my train of thought. Isn't that the worst? I had a good one. Nope, it's gone. Darn it. It was the answer to the MCU, and I lost it. I was going to cure all of their ills, and I screwed it up. What was it going to be? Oh, that's what it is. Okay. If you're going to give us TV shows, they're writing their movies as if we're not watching the TV shows. And what I'm saying is, yes, I get that not as many people will be watching the TV shows, but that's what's hurting the overall storytelling of everything in these phases. Because they're writing stuff, assuming people haven't watched it. So then you're not addressing things for the people that did invest their time into watching it. And no one's left happy. So pick a lane, MCU. That's what I think. Actually, I really think that's what it is. Just if you're going to give us movies and TV shows, just write all the stuff. We're watching it all. And then this way, if a person doesn't like, then it's on them to go and catch up. Like, is that so much to ask? I think that's it. I really think. Let me know. Did I solve it? Did I solve the MCU problem? Let's see. Wait, definitely not the guy in the corner of the movie theater yelling at how the story of costumes is wrong. It's just different when you connect with the character on the screen. It's true. Machu, Falcon and Winter Soldier. The story was really affected by the pandemic, but again, what have they been up to? Right. McKinney, don't worry about it, dude. And Wade said the long message isn't there. Oh, my bad, McKinney. Yeah, I scrolled through. The last one from you, McKinney, was this one here. There we go. That was the last one I got from you, bud. But fellow boomer. Hold on. Fellow boomer 78. What's up, 78 points? Oh, I gotta PayPal you. I will take care of that. Don't worry. Live stream, baby. Yeah, no, I'm on it. All right. Am I a hardcore fan? I've watched every MCU content. Have a weekly pull for Marvel comics at a local comic store, but I still haven't watched Secret Invasion after episode 1. LOL. It's getting like comics for me. Yeah. And then the follow-up. I knew exactly where you're going with that. Yeah. As a comic readers, we often dump titles and they start getting poor. Yeah. I mean, like, if you didn't finish Secret Invasion, you didn't miss anything. It kind of just ended like that for me. Just like so many of these things have, we're just, yeah. Because I solved it, right? Did I solve it? I'm telling you, if somebody put me in charge. What was the name of the sheet? Oh, it was the Kevin, right? Was that in She-Hulk? Was that the robot? Was it the Kevin? Give me an audience with the Kevin. That's what it is. But yeah, it's so true. He nailed it. He nailed it. And then McKinney say, I meant to say respectfully, I think that MCU needs to get better writers. I think they use the hype of characters in comics. And yeah, all right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and again, that goes to, are they over relying on too few writers? Are they having too many cooks, too many writers working on these projects? Or are the ones, whatever the number is, are they just overworked at this point? Like, we don't know. We really, I mean, I don't know about the writing standpoint, but I mean, I guess we can talk about, again, quality wise, everything's just been fine, right? Like She-Hulk, we know that show was criticized at the start for the CGI in the first episode, maybe first two, right? And then we found out that the digital graphic arts department is like desperately pleading and saying how overworked and tired and everything that they were. So like, yeah, I think the whole thing, that's why fingers crossed that the people who have the money with the power will realize that we're all on the same team of humanity, and we're all just trying to do things like make content for people to enjoy, to pass their time, right? I hope that the cooler heads prevail. I hope the writer's strike and the actor's strike leads to another, like, a renaissance now of really great original content. And from what I've heard is that the last time a writer's strike did happen, writers and actor strike, this like 60 whatever it was years ago, there was a big boom of really amazing material. I think in the 60s and 70s. Again, no expert, but I do know that this is history repeating itself. So yeah, it's like I said, it's just going to be down the road. So in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, share your favorite YouTubers with your friends. Let them know if you've been enjoying the stream. It's all us for the short term, baby. Well, it's a little funny. It's a little funny. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, good. He's still painting. All right, good. I will. All right. Thank you, 78. No check. Let's see. The very end of Secret changes things. Another entry of civil unrest. Yeah, true. The movie Spider-Man, the story, who cares? We're going to get their money anyway. Yeah, I know. 78. Again, the comics is impossible to read them all. This guy has to read for 35 plus years. I will gladly skip runs books to save a buck if they are mediocre. It's true. At this point, you can't, like, I used to have a completionist mindset in a lot of areas, especially when it came to like finishing a show, finishing a movie to the end. I've since, fortunately, years ago, broken that completionist mentality. Because yeah, if something's, don't waste your life on it. Don't waste your life on it if you're not enjoying it. And true, hashtag get Lays, baby. That's right, Laser Man, the person to save the MCU. Toy Father, you're on it. And true, yeah, kind of feel the same. A lot like the comics. Yep, Martin. I think you get a job with AEW to please the GOAT. Yeah. All right. So, quick wrestling note. I know, like I said, I'm gonna watch Payback after stream tonight. Yeah, CM Punk. What the hell? He quit again? So he resigned or got let go? Or man, this is why CM Yimbo. I opened them up and he was my pocket figure. I thought things were gonna be okay, and now he's gone. He's gone again. What a naughty boy. CM Punk. Son of a gun. Yeah. CM Yimbo now free agent. I'm all in for this, right? In a different analogy, when the NBA had a player strike in the 90s, the Knicks made it to the finals. Let's go, Knicks. Oh, and I remember that whole playoff run, 78. I remember it, man. Fired is the word. That's right. Fired. So he was fired. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the update. Oh, my goodness. Well, I've had a blast tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. I have wrapped up my toys. I could keep, obviously, I love hanging out with you all. But I don't know if you hear my voice strain a little bit. I still need a haircut. Haircut for Yimbo Watch. Long hair Yimbo Watch. I'm hoping tomorrow. Is going to be my haircut day. I kind of has to be. Otherwise, because if I start school going in with the long hair, that's it. It's long hair Yimbo's back, baby. So this I can't keep having the hair over my ears. I gotta get a haircut. So hopefully tomorrow, I guess I'm in control of that. But yes, tomorrow I'll have my haircut. Um, so this Monday, no toy talk again. My boys, Toy Father and No Chewing, along with Cox Create and Toy X17, they are taking a hiatus until September 11th. So that would leave, in terms of my immediate friend vicinity, Wednesday being Between Two Sentinels at 8 o'clock with Machu Toy and J-Shot 820, followed by the TPC Top 10 with Moi and the Toy Daddies at 8:45. So again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, notified for the Machu Toy YouTube channel and the Toy Pick community. They are on my feature pages on the front. Don't forget to hit up Cody, my toy correspondent. Too Much New Toys. Well, I'm going to start lighting a fire under Cody now that we're in September. Just get his handsome mug back on our Sunday night screens. All right, I'm looking at you, Cody. We get you, buddy. I also wanted Tuesdays, Cody. Tuesdays, I think, are going to be our TikTok live days. We're soon to talk. We will be in communication. And that's it. Any other fun life stuff happening? Let me just check my notes. So again, posing sessions, pictures, quiz. I want to do some trivia stuff. Questions of the day. Started that up. Yeah, baby. All right. And then where's my other book? I think I did hit everything. Oh, you know what? I was going to save these. So just in case, I had advertised that I was going to be doing some Diamond and Marvel Select stuff. So since my fellow Diamond boys weren't able to attend this evening, I'm going to hold off, but I wanted to show. So again, I have toys open, even though I'm being good, trying to control my spending, trying to be, I'm just trying to let my pre-orders roll in right now. So I'm always going to have new stuff to chit-chat. I have plenty of NECA things. I'm looking at this Last of Us set. Every night I've been coming down here is tonight the night I open it? But I do have some other fun stuff for us in the future to discuss. So I'm going to have on here in the future, I'll get Toy Father and No Chewing on here, get 88 on here. So I am excited. I am so excited to crack this guy open. I can't wait to use that base. I haven't opened him yet because I have an idea, which I need to do before summer ends, for an unboxing reel. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it because it needs to be sunny and summer themed. And I meant to use these guys for 4th of July. But yes, I am so excited for Sam the Eagle and Rizzo the Rat. I meant to do it for 4th of July. I will have some other fun, goofy ideas to come up with in the future. But that's just some of the things that I'm just showing off. I got the mini mates going on. Oh. There he is. Cult of Personality. But yeah, there's got some AEW mini mates. They are making Diamond Select is making a mini mates wrestling ring. Did you guys see this? Holy crap. This might be the way we have to end tonight's show. Let's see. I wonder if it's up here. Oh man, I'm telling you, I just saw it. Hang on. So it's not there. Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. This will be worth it. It might have been Zach Oak. If you guys remember, I had Zach Oak on here, who works for Diamond Select. He's an amazing human being, such a nice guy. He's on Instagram. He was just at a toy show this weekend and an AEW show. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So here, let me just present that. So yeah, if you ever just check out Zach's Instagram page, but look at this. And that's Zach. By the way, Zach, I don't know if I'm sure he made it, I guess, but his own customized mini mates. It's amazing. But look, they're having a mini mates wrestling ring. God, I kind of want that now. I really do. Terminated. It's terminated. Martin with the grow it out. Well, maybe. Oh, Wade. Oh, thank you, dude. No, appreciate you so much for hanging out with me tonight, man. Thank you so much, Wade. Macho, we could be long hair bros. I picked up the vintage collection Millennium Falcon today. Very nice. And I'm really hoping more people jumping into Select Figs now. They're popping out some great stuff these days. Forget the scale. Get a shelf dedicated for 7 inches. That's what I have. And I'm telling you, they're big boys. The big boys they can play with anybody. It doesn't matter the scale. So I'm totally with you, the Select guy. And let's see. Did ever give me that summer job at Time and Select? No, I didn't push the summer job angle, but I love Zach, and he's definitely somebody that I'm gonna keep picking his brain for other opportunities, especially now that like fall con season is going to be upon us. I might be hitting up. Hey Zach, what you doing, bud? So we'll see. We'll have to see. But man, I want that wrestling ring now. Damn it. So silly. Also, and I don't know if they're out yet or if they're just at Entertainment Earth, but speaking of mini mates, there we go. Speaking of mini mates, last little toy photography tip I'm sharing with you guys today. But here we go. This is a 1/24 scale Jada Toys, like beautiful party wagon, but it's the die-cast metal. So if you've ever seen their stuff in Walmart and Target, they're apparently rolling out. So I need to like keep an eye out. It does come with that little metallic Donnie, but it fits in scale. Like all those doors and things open up for the mini mate Ninja Turtles. So Copper State Bricks by man Wyatt. Keep an eye out for that. And it's probably only going to be like, I mean, again, not to sneeze at $20, but in the grand scheme of things, I want to say it's in that 12 to 20 range. Because I was looking at Dom's Toretto from Fast and the Furious from Mini Mates too. I was looking at some of those 1/24 scale because the door is open, they work. And man, I have G.I. Joes that I can use with them. So yeah, I'm psyched for that. I'm psyched for them. Let's see. I'm gonna have to write a complaint letter at a time. But thank you, Carlos. Don't get any hot water on my behalf. Thanks, man. Now we'll see what happens this fall. I have to hit up Zach and find out now that like Toy Fair is coming up, and I'm definitely gonna see him at Comic-Con. And there's another couple. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, everyone, thank you so much. I'm going to say it again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, everybody that was hanging out, chatting along with me tonight. Appreciate you truly. And if you are now watching this as a replay, again, thank you for truly for taking part of your life listening to me ramble on about toys to the point where, yeah, I'm definitely out of steam. But I appreciate all of you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday evening. Have a fantastic start to your week. Hit me up on Instagram. That's where I'm always the fastest to respond. Again, typically. But yeah, and I'll see you on Wednesday nights. Anything else from the crew? That's it. I am TJ Williams. Thank you so much, man. So away we go, fellas. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you later. Peace.